Are you on the fence about making a decision of why to move to Arroyo Grande? Today, we're going to give you 5 reasons of why you should move to Arroyo Grande. My name is PaulSwack. I'm a real estate broker here in San Luis Obispo County. This is Megan Smith.
Hello.
Who's also a real estate agent. And we're excited to share this information with you.
Yeah.
So
let's start it off.
Let's get going.
1 out of 5. Number 1 is something a little quirky, a little unique. There are wild roosters roaming the village of Arroyo Grande. I don't know when that started, how long ago they migrated to the village, but they're roaming around all the time. Sometimes they go into shops. They go up to your car. They're crowing constantly. So that
People feed them.
Yep. It's very unique. And there's a restaurant now called
Rooster Creek.
Yeah, Rooster Creek, right next to where all the roosters kind of hang out.
Yeah, exactly. It's interesting and it can be kind of fun, but it definitely adds like a little charm to the heart of Arroyo Grande, which is the village, right?
Yeah.
And so as long as I can remember, I've been seeing them there. I mean, you grew up there and went to middle school there. I mean,
very true. I know. I guess that's since I've been alive. So over 25 years, I think they've been there.
So it's just kind of fun, you know, and I've been like at shops there or eating, and they literally will just come out and start hanging out, and they'll walk around like they kind of own the town. So
they do, and I've never seen them be aggressive, but it's just, it's funny. Everyone laughs about it. It's kind of brings the town together with something that's quirky and unique about like that city specifically.
Right. And I know you have like some friends that live in the area, and so
yes.
like
they hear them
right
every morning. It's their alarm clock basically.
So if you're not ready for that, you know, living close to Arroyo Grande could maybe be a little bit of a challenge.
Definitely something to know.
Yep, something that you need to know. So
pro or con depending on the person. So
right. Another one we want to just share was just like a little bit more of like a community over convenience.
Yeah.
You know, and kind of diving into that is like we have a small town feel in Arroyo Grande. You know, a lot of local events, you know, a lot of volunteering, local farmers markets, and just, you know, a lot of, it definitely, you just have that small town charm, right?
It's so true. And like Arroyo Grande doesn't prioritize like more things for tourists, I would say. It definitely is like putting more of the emphasis on community and local people, and which I love. And so if you're looking for obviously like bigger shoppings, bigger restaurants, whatever that is, bigger businesses, AG's not that, but you can drive, you know, an hour and a half to Santa Barbara.
Yep.
15 minutes to San Luis Obispo. Even Pismo has a little outlet shop, which is more than Arroyo Grande has. So
yeah, it's all close by.
Yes, very.
But, you know, like you get into Pismo Beach, which could be a, you know, 10, 12 minute drive where it is a lot more tourist driven, right? Or you could have like a really busy weekend because of like the Pismo car show or something going on where still in Arroyo Grande you still have a little bit more of your town.
Totally.
You know, yes, you'll get some spillover of some tourism at the shopping areas and stuff like that on busy weekends.
Yeah.
But, you know, it definitely has more of that small town feel. And I would say, including myself, like everybody that lives there loves it.
Yep.
You know, and a lot of people that we've had in our business that ends up coming to the Central Coast, I would say kind of migrate towards Arroyo Grande for restaurants, shopping, or even buying their next home.
I agree. And like even the events that they do have, like the Harvest Festival, or they always had when I was growing up, the Strawberry Festival. I don't think they do that anymore, but even those events are way more locals than it is tourists coming to those. But like you're saying, the car show in Pismo Beach or the Clam Festival, that's just tourists in Pismo, which is a beauty to that as well, but it's something to know. Yeah,
and they help bring people into the businesses in Arroyo Grande too, which is great. But you know, that kind of ties into the next thing that we wanted to talk about. As much as which is like a slower pace.
Yes,
you know, small town slow pace is what I was trying to say.
Totally.
But you know, it kind of ties into the same things that we're talking about. But you know, just a lot of people in the past that have been trying to come from LA and the Bay Area over here, I think we just attract a lot of people that are looking for more of a slower pace, less traffic, you know, all that kind of stuff that
closer knit community
plays into that community feel. I think maybe people that ended up moving to like a bigger city for a career, the Central Coast brings back more of like that hometown feeling to people. But then you also have great weather. You have all the other surrounding towns around Arroyo Grande that we all love and support.
Yep. Great schools.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
It's just like the kind of list goes on, and we're trying to shorten it into a video that gives you reasons of why you would want to move here. But at the end of the day, it's like, you could just kind of talk all day about it.
I know.
Let's go into another one.
Yeah. So number 3, kind of like you said, volunteering. Number 3 is close-knit community with definitely a volunteer spirit. And I have seen that firsthand. Like I've said multiple times, I've gone to Arroyo Grande High and they prioritize, even I was an athlete growing up and they would always make us volunteer, not make, but push us to volunteer and be in the mix of the community. And even after high school, I volunteered at the Turkey Trot and Avila. We've gone to the food bank and done that before with Keller Williams, and we've cleaned up the beach. Like this area is, everyone just wants to keep it clean, especially with how many tourists we have coming throughout the year. Like everyone is kind of on the same page of wanting to keep it nice.
And kind of like, going back into like Arroyo Grande High School, you guys have the Clark Center there as well, right? Which then holds a ton of events and performances, and it's a kind of a theater, right? And so that's always a good spot to be able to understand and tie into local events that are happening. And it's another thing, it's probably the biggest show in Arroyo Grande that you could go to.
Definitely, yes.
The melodrama is outside of Arroyo Grande.
And I think the Clark Center is even bigger than the melodrama.
Yeah, I think it is too.
It is,
yeah. So that's kind of a cool thing, and that's on the campus of Arroyo Grande High School. So okay, let's go. And I think we kind of tied 3 and 4 together.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
We'll go into number 5, which, we've been talking about it, but it goes back into microclimates, weather. I mean, it's so hard to compare Arroyo Grande to really anything else, because if you look at San Luis Obispo as a county, you've got, the very north side of the county, you have Paso Robles, Atascadero, Templeton, which tend to be, a lot warmer. And so as soon as you go up the Cuesta Grade, the mountain ridge over there, you end up hitting days where it can be 102 in Paso Robles, and sitting here in Pismo Beach could be 70, and Arroyo Grande could be 80. And so you don't get the heat, but you get the sunshine, where a lot of days in Pismo you have kind of fog coming in. Today is a good example. It's a little cloudy. If we got in the car and drove 8 minutes to Arroyo Grande,
or 10 minutes to San Luis Obispo, completely different story.
The sun is out. And so it's just, it's Arroyo Grande has a great microclimate of sun, good weather. It's really hard to beat. I think we've talked about it in some of our other videos, but Napomo and Arroyo Grande kind of butt up together. And, I believe they've been kind of recorded as the most consistent days around 75 degrees in a year in the country. And so, Arroyo Grande just kind of has a little bit more of that. So if you like the cloudiness and the coastal fog, Pismo Beach, Morro Bay, Cayucas, Cambria, Los Osos, they have a lot of that. But as soon as you get inland by just a few minutes, you literally change the entire climate. And so
you can experience 4 different weathers in one day, just depending on where you're driving. So which is,
it's kind of fun.
It's there's a beauty to that.
Yeah, exactly. What else do we want to add? Anything else you can think about?
I think just in general, Arroyo Grande really offers just like a safe community as well. Like just growing up, the schools are amazing, the people are amazing, you get to know the like business owners. It's just like a really amazing place to live in general. There's obviously cons, and we've made a video on that if you want to go check out our pros and cons, but overall, like, I think the pros outweigh the cons by a lot.
I would agree.
Yeah.
And with us being in real estate, we'd love to get your feedback. If you have any questions directly for us, please reach out. All of our contact information is on our channels here that you're able to, click on and send us a message, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you.
Definitely.
We have a lot of other videos specific about Arroyo Grande and other surrounding cities as well. So we'd encourage you to, watch those. We've got top neighborhoods. We've got reasons why you'd want to move, pros and cons, like you said. So, continue to follow us, and we want to continue to provide great information for you guys. And again, we're here if you ever need anything real estate. And we love to talk to you next time.
Yeah. See you guys then.
Bye.
Bye.